Good day everyone, this is Sir Phil and this is Sir Phil's channel, and if you're new in this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell for you to be updated on my latest video. Welcome back here on my channel, and today we're going to discuss a new lesson, so stay tuned lang kayo dyan. Didiscuss natin yung karugtong ng solving quadratic equation now by completing the square. Stay tuned lang kayo dyan, intro muna tayo. Welcome back in my channel. So ngayon ay i-discuss natin ang pangatlong method of solving quadratic equation. So that is solving quadratic equation by completing the square. So to continue the series of lessons for quadratic equation, let's have first the objective. So the objective of this lesson is to write a quadratic expression as a complete square, in which we're going to recall later, and then illustrate the steps in completing the square, and then solve the quadratic equation by completing the square. Okay? So to start with, let us have the quick recall of dealing with an expression x squared plus bx or x squared minus bx, in which we're just going to apply or add the term b over 2 quantity squared to complete the square. So this is for example, no? Balikan natin. We are given x squared plus 4x plus c. So yung c natin dito, ito yung hahanapan natin ng value to make this expression as a perfect square trinomial. So yun yung una nating objective, yun yung una nating goal. Gawin nating perfect square trinomial, yung x squared plus 4x. So to do that, we need to find the value of c. So get the formula b over 2 quantity squared. And then, syempre may b dito tayo nakikita. Kukunin lang natin yung value ng b. Para mahanap yun, yun yung kasama lagi ng linear term, yung middle term natin. So kung ano yung number doon, yun yung value ng b. So get 4. So papalitan lang natin yan. So magiging ito, 4 over 2 quantity squared. And then simplify nyo muna yung loob. 4 divided by 2, that is 2 quantity squared. So may square pa tayo sa labas. Simplify ulit natin. So that is 2 times 2. That is equal to 4. So after that, yung 4 na nakuha natin, papalitan na natin yung value ng c. So yan na yung value ng c natin. So ang bago nating expression ay x squared plus 4x plus 4. So itong expression na to is already a perfect square trinomial. So para maging square of binomial yan, sundan lang natin to. So para makuha tong first term na x, galing yan dito, kukunin lang natin yung square root ng x squared. So ang square root ng x squared is x. Tapos yung sign natin dito, masusunod kung ano yung sign ng middle term. Ang sign ng middle term ay positive or addition. So addition din siya dito. And then para makuha naman tong second term natin sa binomial, kukunin lang natin yung square root naman ng third term dun sa perfect square trinomial. So ang third term natin or the constant term is 4. So getting the square root of 4 is 2. And then put quantity and then square. Okay? So yan ngayon yung ating square of binomial. Ito yung isa sa mga steps na gagamitin natin in solving quadratic equations by completing the square. And then we have another example. So we are given here x squared minus 8x plus c. So, kunin natin yung value ng c dito. So, gamit tayo ng digital pen. Okay. So, again, kukunin lang natin yung numerical coefficient ng x. So, that is negative 8. Tapos, i-divide natin by 2 quantity squared. Then, simplify muna natin yung loob. Negative 8 divided by 2, that is negative 4. And then, after that, we have square equal to. And then, get lang natin yung square niya. Negative 4, multiply lang natin sa sarili niya. So, negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. So, itong positive 16 na to, ito ngayon yung ilalagay natin sa value ng c. So, kopya lang natin, x squared minus 8x plus 16. Okay, ito na yung bago nating equation. And this equation is already a perfect square trinomial. So, again, para makuha yung square binomial na ito, kunin lang natin yung square root ng x squared. So, ang square root ng x squared obviously is x. Tapos, para makuha yung sign, kung ano yung sign ng middle term, yun yung gagamitin natin dito. Okay? So, that is x minus, and then to get the second term, we have to square root. Kukunin natin yung square root ng 16. So, the square root of 16 is 4. Mas lagyan nyo lang ng quantity and then square. So, ito na yung tinatawag nating square of binomial. Okay? So, let us now proceed with the next. Okay, last na to. Kasi kung mapapansin natin dito, we are given x squared minus 9x plus c. So, mapapansin natin dito yung negative 9, hindi siya divisible by 2. So, same pa rin naman gagamitin natin kasi ang b natin dito is negative 9. So, sulat lang natin. We have negative 9. Of course, we divide by 2. And then, napansin natin, ay, hindi naman pala divisible by 2 ang 9. So, kung hindi siya divisible by 2, fraction siya as is. So, kung hindi na ma-divide, put quantity already, and then get it square. And then, square lang natin yung numerator. At the same time, square natin yung denominator to create new fraction. So, that is negative 9 times negative 9. That is positive 81. All over, get the square naman ng 2 ng denominator natin. So, multiply it by itself. 2 times 2 is 4. So, yung nakuha natin dito, yung 81 over 4, ito yung gagawin nating value ng c. So, our new expression is x squared minus 9x plus 81 over 4. So, ito na yung tinatawag natin. Ulit, lagay lang natin yung perfect square trinomial. Okay, so yan yung perfect square trinomial. So, gagawin lang natin siyang convert natin into a square of binomial. Okay? So, para gawin yun, quantity tayo. So, the first thing to do is to get the square root of the first term, square root of x squared, obviously. Lagi naman yung x. Tanggalin natin yung square niyan. Tapos, kung ano yung sign ng middle term. So, that is minus. And then, syempre, get the square root of this, no? So, yung square root ng numerator over the square root of denominator. So, the square root of 81 is 9 over the square root of 4 is 2. Quantity squared. Okay, so, ito na ngayon yung ating square of binomial. X minus 2, 9 over minus 9 over 2. X minus 9 over 2 quantity squared. Okay, so pag may na-encounter tayong hindi divisible by 2, ganyan lang yung gagawin natin. Okay, so I think we can now proceed with the steps. Okay, so we have 6 steps here that we're going to follow later. Ayan, basahin muna natin. Step 1, divide both sides of the equation by a. Then simplify. Step 2, transfer the constant term at the right side of the equation. Step 3, add quantity b over 2 quantity squared both sides. So ito yung ginawa natin kanina. And then step 4, express the perfect square trinomial of the left side as a square of binomial, then simplify the right side. Okay? Yan yung gagawin natin. And then step 5, extract the square root of both sides. And then step 6, so meron pa rin tayo dito extracting the square root part of the steps. And then step 6, solve the resulting linear equations. Okay, let us start with a particular given example. We are given here 2x squared plus 8x minus 10 equal to 0. So sabi dito, divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. So kapag walang a, proceed tayo sa step 2. So in this particular example, may a siya. Ang a natin is 2. Again, to recall, ang a ay makikita kung ano yung kasama ng x squared. So, ang kasama ng x squared ay 2. So, i-divide natin both side by 2. So, pag na-divide na natin yan, that is 2 divided by 2. So, x squared na lang to. And then, 8x divided by 2 is positive 4x. And then, negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. Equal to 0 divided by 2 is 0. Okay? So, ngayon, ang new equation ay x squared plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. So, that is step 1. And then, step 2 tayo. Ito yung natapos, x squared plus 4x minus 5 equal to 0. Next, step 2, transfer the constant term at the right side of the equation. So, ang constant term natin is negative 5. O sabi, transfer daw sa right side. So, that will become using addition property of equality or simply lipat nyo lang talaga yan. Kapag ano lang, gamitin natin yung property, kailangan ma-eliminate natin tong negative 5. So, nag-add tayo 5 both sides. Or simply, kung anong mas madali para sa atin, lipat lang natin yung negative 5. So, ang new equation natin ay x squared plus 4x equal to 5. Okay, dyan tayo natapos. Step 3 tayo. Okay, step 3, add quantity b over 2, quantity squared, both sides. Okay, ito yung huli nating equation, x squared plus 4x equal to 5. Okay, so mag-a-add daw tayo ng b over 2 quantity squared both sides. So, para makuha yun, kunin natin yung value ng b, so that is 4. Substitute lang natin yung 4 dito sa b. So, that is 4 over 2 quantity squared equal to 4 divided by 2 is 2 quantity squared. So, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So, kung ano makuha natin dito, i-add down natin both sides of the equation. So, magiging x squared plus 4x plus 4 equal to 5 plus 4. And then, step 4 tayo. Express the perfect square trinomial at the left side as a square binomial. Then, simplify the right side. So, kung mapapansin natin dito, itong nasa left side natin, this is a perfect square trinomial. So, gagawin lang daw natin yung square of binomial. So, magiging square root of x squared is x. Tapos, kopya ng sign dito sa middle term plus. And then, the square root of 4 is 2. Quantity squared. Equal to, simplify lang daw yung right side. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. Okay, step 5 tayo. Extract the square root of both sides. Kung mapapansin natin, ito na siya. X plus 2 quantity squared equal to 9. So, all we have to do is to get its square root. Both sides. No? Kung matatandaan natin sa extracting, matatanggal lang yung square dito. So, magiging x plus 2 equal to the square root of 9, positive and negative 3. Okay, alam na natin kasunod dito. No? Na-encounter na natin to dati. So, step 6, solve the resulting linear equation. So, following this, x plus 2 equal to positive and negative 3. Ang una natin gagawin is yung x plus 2 equal to positive 3. Tapos, susundan ng x plus 2 equal to negative 3. So, may kakaroon tayong dalawang linear equation dyan. So, yung una is, gagamitin natin yung positive 3. So, that is x plus 2 equal to 3. And then, to get that, using addition property of equality, or pwedeng ilipat na lang natin yung positive 2. So, that is 3 minus 2. And then, matitira is x equal to 3 minus 2 equal to 1. So, sa addition property, 0 na to. So, yung first value ng x is 1. Next, gamitin naman natin yung negative 3. So, copy lang ulit. X plus 2 equal to negative 3. Using the addition property of equality, eliminate positive 2 or lipat lang natin yung positive 2 to the other side. So, that will become negative 3 minus 2. And then, 0 na to. So, that is now x equal to negative 3 minus 2 is negative 5. So, x here is equal to negative 5. So, ang second value ng x natin is negative 5. So, therefore, the solutions of 2x squared plus 8x minus 10 equal to 0 are positive 1 and negative 5. So, that is the step-by-step process. So, let's have another example. We have x squared plus 10x plus 9 equal to 0. So, the first thing to do here, dahil wala namang numerical coefficient ng x squared, skip na natin yung step 1. So, proceed tayo with transferring this to the other side of the equation, lipat lang natin yung positive 9. So, copy nyo lang x squared plus 10x equal to, this time we have negative 9 on the other side. So, nilipat lang natin. And then, the next thing to do is to make the left side of the equation a perfect square trinomial. Okay? So, to do that, just get yung 10. Get the numerical coefficient of the linear term, that is 10. And then, follow lang natin yung sinabi kanina, yung b over 2 quantity squared. So, substitute lang natin itong 10 doon sa b. So, that is quantity 10 divided by 2 or over 2 quantity squared. So, 10 divided by 2 is 5 and then quantity squared. So, 5 times 5 is equal to 25. And then after that, we will add 25 to both sides of the equation. So, magiging x squared plus 10x plus 25 equal to negative 9 plus 25. And then after that, itong perfect square trinomial na nabuo, gagawin natin square of binomial. So, what will happen to that? This will become x plus 5 quantity squared. So, square root of x squared is x, tapos follow the sign of the middle term. Square root of 25 is 5 quantity squared equal to 16. And then, kapag ganito na siya, we will apply extracting the square root. So, we have now this. So, get the square root of both sides of the equation. So, matatanggal lang yung square natin dyan. So, magiging x plus 5 equal to the square root of 16 is positive and negative 4. After that, we have to solve them separately, yung positive and negative. So, pag-iwalayin lang natin. So, copy for the first equation, x plus 5 equal to positive 4 muna. And then, the other equation, copy x plus 5, this time equal to negative 4. And then we solve for the value of x. So, nilipat na lang natin yung positive 5. So, that will become x equal to 4 minus 5. Dito naman sa kabila, ganun din. Nilipat na lang yung positive 5. So, that is x equal to negative 4 minus 5. And then we simplify the 2. 4 minus 5 is equal to negative 1. So, the first value of x is equal to negative 1. And negative 4 minus 5 is negative 9. So, the second value of x is equal to negative 9. Okay, so those are the solutions of x squared plus 10x plus 9 equal to 0. Okay, let's have another. Okay, in here we are given 4x squared minus 32x plus 28 equal to 0. So, this time hindi natin skip yung step 1 dahil may numerical coefficient yung quadratic term which is 4. So, proceed lang tayo. Siyempre, ang step 1 natin, i-divide natin both sides of the equation by the numerical coefficient of x squared or the quadratic term. So, that is now 4x squared minus 32x plus 28 all over 4 equal to 0 over 4. So, by dividing, we have 4 divided by 4. So, the result is x squared na lang. And then, negative 32 divided by 4 is negative 8. And then, you copy x. Plus 28 divided by 4 is 7 equal to 0 divided by 4 is 0. So, our new equation is x squared minus 8x plus 7 equal to 0. And after that, ililipat lang natin yung 7 to the other side. So, magiging x squared minus 8x equal to negative 7. And then, gagawin natin perfect square trinomial to. So, naging x squared minus 8x plus 16 equal to negative 7 plus 16. So, balikan lang natin para makuha yon. Kunin lang natin yung negative 8 divided by 2. Laging ganyan. Square. So, negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4 quantity square. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. So, yun yung pinanggalingan ng 16 na yan. So, x squared minus 8x plus 16 is equal to negative 7 plus 16. And then after that, gagawin natin square binomial to. Ito nasa left side. Square root of x squared is x. Copy the sign of the middle term minus. And then the square root of 16 is 4. Quantity squared equal to negative 7 plus 16, which is positive 9. And then we simplify by extracting the square root. We get the square root of both sides of the equation. So makakancel lang yung square niya. Ang matitira is x minus 4 equal to the square root of 9, positive and negative 3. And then pag-iwalayin natin yan, x minus 4 is equal to positive 3. And then the other one is x minus 4 equal to negative 3. And then, lipat lang natin yung negative 4. So, magiging 3 plus 4. The same with the other side. Negative 4, lipat sa kabila. Magiging plus 4. And then, we simplify. Yung first value ng x natin is 3 plus 4 equal to 7. And then, the second value of x is negative 3 plus 4 is positive 1. So, therefore, the solutions for 4x squared minus 32x plus 28 equal to 0 are positive 7 and positive 1. Okay? So, let's proceed with the next one. Okay, as you can see here, we are given x squared plus 7x equal to 7. So, wala naman tayong nakikitang numerical coefficient para sa ating quadratic term. So, skip step 2. Tapos, nakita natin yung constant term nandito na sa kabila. Okay, nasa kabila na siya. So, skip na rin natin yung skip step 1 kanina. Tapos ngayon, nandito na siya sa kabila, yung constant term. Skip na rin natin yung step 2. So, proceed tayo. Gagawin na nating perfect square trinomial. So, una natin gagawin is to get the numerical coefficient of x. So, that is 7 divided by 2 quantity squared. Okay, so get the square. 7 times 7 is 49. Over 2 times 2 is 4. Tapos, mag-a-add tayo ng 49 over 4 both sides. So, that is x squared plus 7x. Copy nyo lang. This time, meron plus 49 over 4 equal to, sa kabila rin, copy 7. Tapos, add tayo ng 49 over 4. After that, gagawin natin itong square binomial. Susundin lang natin yung steps. Square root of x squared is x. Then, copy the sign of the middle term, plus. Then, square root nyo lang yung numerator and the denominator ng third term. Square root of 49 is 7 over the square root of 4. That is 2. Quantity squared. Equal to, so addition of whole number and fraction, so that is equal to 4. And then we have LCD ng 4. That 4 times 7 is 28 plus 4 divided by 4 is 1 times 49. Yan, simplify lang natin, no? Kopyahin muna natin to. We have x plus 7 over 2 quantity squared equal to, so what is 28 plus 49? So we have 20 plus 40, we have 60, tapos 8 plus 9 is 17. 60 plus 17 is 77 over 4. And then, kapag okay na siya, nakasimplify na siya, extract na natin. We get the square root of both sides. So, makakancel lang yung square natin. So, matitira ay, proceed tayo dito. We have x plus 7 over 2 equal to, so, walang square root ang 77. So, again, positive and negative yan. Maiiwan yung 77 sa taas. Over the square root of 4, yun ang meron. We have 2. Because this time, ilipat natin yung 7 over 2 sa kabila. Pero dito natin siya ilalagay before ba positive and negative para hindi tayo malito. So, to do that, magiging x equal to, so unahin natin yung ililipat natin, that is negative 7 over 2. Tapos copy nyo lang, plus and minus square root of 77 over 2. So, yung square root of 77, hindi na natin yan masisimplify unless may factor yan na perfect square. So, all you have to do is pagsamahin lang natin. So, that is x equal to, kasi parehas naman sila ng denominator. So, sa numerator natin, we have negative 7 plus and minus. Copy nyo lang. Square root of 77 all over 2. So, ito na yung ating magiging solution. Kasi hindi naman siya mga exact numbers and exact perfect squares. So, this answer will do. So, the solutions for x squared plus 7x equal to 4, pwede nyo naman itong paghiwalayan. Magiging dalawa yan. Isang gagamit ng positive at isang gagamit ng negative. So, ito pwede naman to. X is equal to negative 7 plus or minus square root of 77 all over 2. Or pwede namang paghiwalayan. Yung sinabi ko kanina, yung first value ng x natin, negative 7 plus square root of 77 over 2. Tapos yung pangalawa, gagamit naman yung minus equal to negative 7 minus square root of 77 over 2. So, any of these two. Pwede namang ito na lang, yung nauna. Okay? Let's have the next example. Okay, so we are given here 2x squared equal to 7 plus 15. So, mas maganda gawin mo natin itong standard form. So, magiging 2x squared. Lipat muna natin yung negative x. Minus 15 equal to 0. Okay, ginawa muna natin siyang standard form. So, dahil may numerical coefficient yung quadratic term, i-divide na natin yan by 2. So, 2 divided by 2, we have here x squared minus, so may 1 dyan, automatic that is 1 half x minus, you cannot divide 15 over 2 equal to 0 divided by 2 is 0. Okay, and then we can proceed now with transferring yung negative 15 over 2 sa other side. So, magiging x squared minus 1 half x equal to 15 over 2. Positive na siya. After that, gagawin na natin itong perfect square trinomial. So, to do that, copy nyo lang muna x squared minus 1 half x. So, next thing to do, ginagawa kanina, kunin muna natin yung negative 1 half. Negative 1 half divided by 2 quantity squared. Okay, ganun pa rin gagawin natin. But this time, since fraction naman yan, so magiging negative 1 half times the reciprocal of 2, which is also 1 half quantity squared. So that is the process. And then you just multiply. So that is negative 1 over 4. So 1 times 1 and 2 times 2 quantity squared. And then we will have the square of this. 1 times 1 is 1. So negative times negative is positive 9. Then 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so we have already 1 over 16. And after that, we go back here. So mag-a-add na tayo ng 1 over 16 both sides. So that is now plus 1 over 16 equal to 15 over 2 plus 1 over 16. And then, gagawin natin itong square binomial. Get the square root of x squared, that is x. Then, copy the sign of the middle term, minus. Then, the square root of 1 over 16. The square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 16 is 4. Quantity squared equal to, so the LCD of this is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 times 15. So, meron tayong 8 na 15. So, 10 times 8 is 80. Tapos, 5 times 8 is 40. So 80 plus 40 is 120 plus 16 divided by 16 is 1 plus times 1 is 1. Simplify nyo lang, kaopyahin nyo muna. X minus 1/4 quantity squared is equal to, simplify nyo, 120 plus 1 is 121 over 16. Kapag isang fraction na lang siya, nakasimplify actually, and then pwede na nating extract. Get the square root of both sides of the equation. So, maka-cancel lang yung square. So, magiging x minus 1/4 equal to positive and negative. Square root of 121 is 11 over the square root of 16 is 4. So, again, ililipat natin itong negative 1/4 before positive and negative. So, lipat na natin. So, magiging x equal to positive 1/4 na plus and minus 11 over 4. Simplify natin, no? Parehas namang wala ng square root. Pwede natin silang paghiwalayan. Yung isa ay addition, yung isa ay subtraction. So, magiging x muna yung first value. You have 1/4 plus 11 over 4. So, 1 plus, similar fraction naman sila. So, add lang natin yung numerator. That is 12. 1 plus 11. Tapos, copy the common denominator. And then, we divide. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So, the first value of x is 3. Para naman dun sa minus, copy lang tayo. X is equal to 1/4 minus naman 11 over 4. So, we have here x equal to 1 minus 11 is negative 10 over 4. So, simplify lang natin. That is negative 5 over 2. That is the lowest term. Okay, so the first value of x is positive 3. And the second value of x is negative 5 over 2. Okay, so medyo mahaba yung proseso kapag mga ganitong klase examples. So, practicein lang natin, balik-balikan lang natin yung mga examples hanggang matutunan natin kung paano ito. Okay? So, thank you for listening. That's all for our Module 4 sa ating mga modular learners. And then, same with our online learners. Thank you for listening. Balik-balikan nyo lang, practicein nyo lang ng practicein hanggang sa matutunan natin, okay? And then follow the different examples from your module, tapos sundan nyo lang yung steps in solving quadratic equation by completing the square. On our next video, we will have our last method, which is the use of quadratic formula, okay? So, thank you for listening, and see you again on my next video to continue our lesson. Again, this is Sir Phil, and this is Sir Phil's channel.